Hello everyone, hope you are all okay. My today's video is about journal ranking, and the main focus is about ABS ranking. So if you are in the academia, um, you like to write papers, publish, I think you have come across this term that is called ABS ranking. If you are based in UK, obviously you have seen it, or if you have just started your journey as a PhD student, research fellow, or your early career academic, you have heard about it but are not sure what it is. Maybe this video might help. So the ABS actually stands for Association of Business Schools. This is under the Chartered Association of Business Schools. It's a ranking body which actually as does a variety of works. They also provide some sort of certification, for example the CMBE, which I have already have. This is a certified management and business educator. um, Maybe if you are interested, let me know and I can show you how to apply for CMBE later. So the focus today is about the academic journal guide, which ABS publishes, and that is where they publish their ranking about these journals. So if you go to the CABS website, this is Chartered ABS org. This is their homepage, and in the middle you will find the AJG Academic Journal Guide. If you cannot find it, perhaps maybe you can just log in, and they might ask you to create a profile. You have to log in and then you will be able to view. So once you click view, they will tell you that they have an update on their journal guide and for the 2024. What is the purpose of this guide is to assist researcher to make informed judgment about the outlet they may wish to publish in. So it gives you an idea where different journals are. However, this journal and these rankings are very subjective, and it's not always the ranking does not interchange. For example, if you consider, if you're in Australia, they have the ABDC ranking. So there are some journals which are ranked uh, higher over here, lower over there, but again, vice versa. That means ABS, some journals have higher ranking, but when you come down to ABS, their ranking goes down. So it all are subjective. You have to use your judgment to actually determine which is the most value, which journal is going to add more value to you. So if you want to have a look at the methodology, we can download it from here. You can see all these things are over here. So the 4 impact factor rate. So these are the 4 things probably I can. So they look at the mean divided by standard deviation, all these things. So here is a definition. That means if you are looking at ABS ranking, they have these 5 ratings: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 star. 4 star is the supreme, the elite journals. So, yeah, people dream to publish in those papers all over the world. But your journey can start with 1, actually. Yeah, it's not always. Again, I'm talking about from my perspective. I started like publishing to journals which had no rating. Then I slowly moved up from 1 to 2 to 3. Right now, I am trying to move from 3 to 4. So if you ask me how long it took me to reach to ABS 3, it's almost 12 years, to be honest. And now I am actually stuck at 3, trying to push my uh, boundary from 3 to 4, and it is a huge jump. It is not an easy task, I can honestly tell you. But again, if you are an early career academy, you can start from one. And in the journals that are in one, these journals in general publish research of a recognized but more modest standard. That means they are peer reviewed, they are good journal, but uh, they are not at the level where of rigorousness or creativity or something that ABS ranking committee is looking for. Papers are in many instances referred relatively lightly according to accepted conventions. Few journals in this category carry a citation impact factor. Then you move to number two, ABS2, then it is journals in this category publish original research of an accepted standard. For these well-regarded journals in this field, papers are fully referred according to accepted standards. All things are okay. Citation impact factors are somehow more modest. Many excellent practitioner-oriented articles are published in two. So, if you are in two and one, the papers are more focused toward practitioners or applied issues. And when the more you go from two to a three, four, and four star, they are a mixture of practical and theoretical papers. So if you look at four star, these journals are of distinction. Within the business and management field, including economics, there are a small number of grade four journals that are recognized worldwide as exemplars or excellence. So these are excellent journals. Yeah, that's full stop. That's it. So that's about it. So you can see in accounting, you only have six journals, which is in level 4, 21 in level 3, 2 in level 2, 28 in level 1, in total 89 journals. If you're in finance, you have 8, so a little bit more. I actually am in these two fields, accounting and finance, but maybe if you're looking at business or social science, let's see. Social science, you also have 8 journals in 4, 29, so it's like more or less in similar category. Um, so let's go back and just quickly have a look at how they are different, like how these papers published in 1, 2, 3, and 4 are really different. Where does this different lie? So let's log in, go to the journal guide. So if you log, yeah, just remember you have to create your profile, you have to log in, and then you will be here. It is the Academic Journal Guide 2021. I don't think I am going to look at 2024 yet. So over here in this window, you can either search if you know which journal you are looking for and you know the ISSN, you can just look for it and copy that, and the table will change accordingly. You can see right now we are looking at the master file. You have the option to see either 50, 20, 25, 100, or all of them together. Or if you want, you can just look at a specific field. For example, let's look at accounting. And now we are only looking at accounting. So how do you know? You can see the field is now only showing me the journals, and you remember there are like 89 journals. So these are, I can actually change this to all. So here you go. We have all the journals ranked from 4 star to way below to 1 star. And you can have a look at the journal title, publisher, their profile indicating whether they're indexed in Scopus and Web of Science. That means whether they're SSCI indexed or not. This is also here. If you are not sure what is a Scopus or SSCI, write in the chat box and I would be happy to create another video to explain what these things are, how this works. Then we can look at the journal ranking throughout the year. Every 5 years, actually, they come up from 2010 to 2015, then 18, 21, then 2024. Actually, they're going to come up with another ranking, and the rankings actually change. For example, contemporary accounting research, we used to be 3, now it moved up to 4. Then maybe there was some two ranking journal like auditing where it moved up to three. British Tax Review went from two became three. So it happens from three. Sometimes the journals goes back to two. That also happens. And remember, not all journals in ABS are indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. As you can see, those if they are blank, they are not. Most of them are indexed in Scopus. For example, the Journal of Tax Administration is indexed in ABS only. They are not in Scopus or Web of Science if you are interested or about them. Okay, so what we would like to do here is we are going to go down at the very end and let's open up this journal, Social Environment Accountability Journal. Let's cannot so let me open up in a new window this Social Environmental Accountability Journal. Open up. This is the journal. It is under Taylor Francis. So this is what it is. As you can see, this is ranked ABS 1. So this is a fairly new journal, and if you want to go down to their published papers, this is where their rankings are, their open access policies and everything. I'm interested to have a look at their publication. Browse all issues. Let's look at latest articles. And here you go. You have these are the papers they're published, so quite diverse range. Okay, let's look at taking carbon into account in capital budgeting. Um, so this is an open access, so I can just click view and let's have a look at it. And here you go. This is open access journal. You can read it. This is written by our colleagues in Finland. Yeah. So they have a nice abstract. You go on, you have the introduction, then you have some literature review going on, literature review, quite long. Then you have some methodology, very well written, quite good. Then you have the findings, and it looks like it is a qualitative paper, and they have some summary of empirical findings and then conclusion. That's it. That's their publication on the issues of carbon into account in capital budgeting, qualitative paper published in Social and Environmental Accountability Journal, ranked in ABS 1. So now if I go up to here, and you have Sustainability Accounting Management and Policy Journal. So remember, we had looked at Social and Environmental Accountability Journals in stage ABS 1. Now we are going to look at Sustainability Accounting Management and Policy Journal. This is under Emerald. And let's have a look at their table of contents. Under 2023, we have an open access issue. Trying to see if we can find something on, okay, there's something on SDG. Let's have a look at this paper. Business engagement for SDGs in COVID-19, an Italian perspective. Click on the PDF. It is an open access again, you can see. And here you go. This is a ABS2 journal, ABS2 paper written by colleagues from Italy. It's about business engagement for the SDGs in COVID-19 time and Italian perspective. So you see, one of the difference between this paper published in ABS2 and this paper in ABS1 is that The topic is quite contemporary. They try to integrate SDG with COVID-19, which is quite trendy at this time. The methodology, let me see, they have used interview transcripts. So this will also be a qualitative paper. So you have starting with an introduction, same as before, literature review and literature review continuing. You have a research method. So you see the sample selection, data collection, quite detail how long the interview were, how they have done the data analysis, everything is here. Then findings a little bit more in details. So everything, so the moment you start moving from one to two, the level of detail starts to increase. So I'm not sure whether I am making the right point here. Hopefully you understand that the level, the more you want to increase, the more you will have to add on, improve the details, the process, how you have done it, so that there is no confusion and there is way to replicate what you have done because the information is extremely clear in your discussion. So uh, other than that, it's not so much easier to actually differentiate where what makes a level 1 or ABS 1 to ABS 2. uh, Few things that you can see that the information that you are providing is more contemporary, more catchy, and the level of details are more uh, in an ABS2 paper. Now, if we go up to ABS3, you have more ABS2 and 3 than 4. Just something to keep in mind. So you have these journals in ABS3. Let me see if we can focus on something. Let's have a look at which one. Critical perspective, or something that I really like, British Accounting Review. This will be under Elsevier. Here you go, British Accounting Review, ABS3. Let's go. So these are the latest publications that you have. So this one is about the price of corporate social in responsibility and season equity offering. You have blockchain and earning management, quite interesting. So you can see the moment you look at this ABS3 paper, you can see the type of paper they publish are quite interesting, very specific. And let's have a look at top cited ESG disclosure, literature review. Um, Trying to see if okay. So does market value greenhouse gas emission? If I want to click to view, but just quickly having a look. So does this the market value greenhouse gas emission? So this paper will most probably use a quantity. So you can see the structure is almost the same. You will have a literature review, introduction. Um, so you have hypothesis. That means it is essay. So there is a quantitative paper, and you will see more and more of paper like this in level 3 and 4, unless that journal is extremely qualitative. More or less, the journals are going to require or expect that you are going to provide them with paper, firstly with quantitative analysis and from a global perspective. So the information that you want to publish should have a global appeal. That's what I'm trying to say. And so you should have a clear methodology, and the methodology has to be unique. Sample selection has to be very clear. As I mentioned, your focus or the issue that you are trying to raise should be global. You have to go for global data set, mostly secondary data. These are the basic structure of studies they publish in level 3 or ABS3. As you can see, you have a detailed levels of very sophisticated analysis that you must have. to make your paper attractive, you should have regular analysis, additional analysis, sensitivity, endogeneity, all these type of things. Finally, a very clear conclusion, and you can see the level of detail they have included in their variables. Quite extreme. And finally, let's go back up, and we are now in the elite level. In elite level, you have one, two, three, four, five, six. These are the six: Review of Accounting Studies, Contemporary Accounting Research, Journal of Accounting Research, Journal of Accounting and Economics, Accounting Organized Society, and Accounting Review. So if we go to Accounting Review, this is in AAA, American Accounting Association. Um, this is where I am. I don't have any subscription for that, but let's see if we can see any open access journal, articles, issues. Do we have any open access journals over here? All issues. Can I filter anything? I'm not sure if I can. So let's go to the previous year. These are to cover, and editorial policy is free. Nothing else is free. Okay. Let me just see if I can PDF. Can I? Let's see. They're asking for the member login. Okay, anyhow, let's try something else. Accounting Organization Society. Click on this. So here you go. It's under Science Direct. I think I have access to this. Here are the editorial bodies. Here are the latest published paper. And you can see the issues they raise are also quite interesting and quite specific. So let's have a look at audit firm, corporate social responsibility, activities, and auditor reputation. So if I click OK, sometimes when it is a four-star publication, probably they are the first to actually get hold of the data, or they have some unique way to get the data that are able to come up with some type of publication which nobody has done before. Because you cannot expect that you can replicate a study and get published in level 3 or 4. Honestly, it doesn't happen. You can replicate and get an ABS 1 probably if you're lucky. But honestly, before you start developing your plan, do your research, see if you have the area that you are trying to write, whether somebody else have already published or not. If you find that somebody has done something slightly similar, abort, just do something else. So here you go. They have looked at audit firms and their CSR and auditor reputation. So again, basic, starts with introduction, but quite well crafted. Then you have a very simple literature review, very simple hypothesis development, to the point, specific. After that, you again see it is the empirical design has to be very clear, very specific, and there cannot be any ambiguity. Everything has to be written, every single model, every single variable has to be explained. Sample selection should be clear, and you can see um, they have got, so this is a study from China between 2008 to 2019. How did they got the data? Chinese Institute of Central Certified Public Accountants and social media. So you can see the way they have collected their data set needs to be unique to be in level 4. And here you go, descriptive statistics. You can see the way they present the study findings are also quite different. And here you go, more descriptive statistics, correlation, regression. They don't stop there. It keeps going. Baseline, interaction, um, and it keeps on going. PSM, endogeneity, Heckman, whatever they can, they have thrown into this paper to make sure they, and not only quantitative, this is a mixed method. So they interviewed also. So they haven't, like, they have put everything that they could in this paper. So it is a product of so many people for so many years. You can see how many authors, one, two, three, four, five, coming from US and China and Australia together to come up with this paper. And finally, once you submit, you actually just hope for the best. So they have done quantitative studies, done interview, and finally their dream came true. This is their publication. So uh, I'm going to stop the video now. I have continued for a long time, but all I'm trying to say that if you have ever heard about ABS ranking, here you are. This is what ABS ranking looks like. It has so many different fields. You can just focus. I focused on accounting because I come from that field, but they cover a wide variety of fields. But whatever field you are in, just keep in mind that probably you have to work your way around from level. For me, I start from no level. That means my first publication was a simple local publication just to start my journey, give some motivation, and then I continued. And it takes a while. It's- If you are able to publish your first paper in ABS 4, wow, that's a big achievement. But for majority of academics around the world, you'll have to work your way around step by step. Don't give up. It happens. I came through up to level 3, ABS 3. Now it's time to continue and keep trying to reach 4 star. So if I can do one of them in my lifetime, I'll be happy. So that's it. I'm going to end the video now. Hope you found my video useful for the day, and I'll try to make more videos like this in the future. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.